with his wife Caitlin and baby Wesley. We'll start with opening statement from Dave, followed by Josh, and then we'll take some questions from the media. And if you guys could, when you ask your question, if you can direct it to somebody and then introduce yourself. I mean, we'll have a question mic. We'll start with Dave.
All right, so we're really excited to bring Josh, Caitlin, Wesley to the Jaguar family. This is an excellent young man that we know we have high expectations for, but he has higher expectations than we do, and we know that this is the right type of individual with his work ethic, his presence, how he approaches the game, and his passion for the game that we think he's got a very high ceiling for us. So with that being said, I'd like to open up for questions and hand it over to Josh.
I just want to say thank you for hold on, let me get a minute to get in it. You want to talk? I just want to say thank you to Mr. Caldwell and Coach Marrone and Mr. Shah Khan. I just want to say thank you to everybody in the organization for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful team. I feel like I can fit in right well. We have a great defense. I'm willing to do my part and be, as dynamic as a person I can be. I just want to say thank you for giving me a chance. A lot of people, everybody who took a chance on me became real happy at the end, and hopefully I can make this team and make these coaches really happy.
Philip Howman, Floor Times here for Josh. With a newborn, probably not many nights where you're getting a ton of sleep as it is, but just sort of what was last night like for you when you got to settle down and think about sort of what had happened?
Talking about sleep, I'll tell you what, Wesley sleeps through the night really well. He's real tired, he's real energetic during the day, so that allows us to sleep real well at night. But last night was, I was up for a little bit. Me, my wife, and I, while Wesley was slumped. But we just talked about, how we're going to achieve greatness and success in this next part of our life and achieve greatness.
That's your question, D-Rock.
This is for Josh. You've basically had your son in your arms every moment. I mean, how much does he motivate you on the football field and just in life?
Yeah, man. Like ever since he was born, he forced me to be a better person, and I believe that forced me to be a better football player. He's the reason why I play so hard, and he's the reason why I go to work every day.
I know. You know what you're talking about, I guess.
I don't know what's wrong with him. You okay?
You didn't like that question.
Josh, welcome to Jacksonville. Rick Pagoo with 1010XL. Can you just take us through being a two-star recruit, really no offers, then the decommitments in Kentucky, getting in and putting 40 pounds on your last 2 years, and your relationship with your new linebacker coach, your position coach, and how much he helped change your game this past year?
Yes. So being a two-star is not fun. Unless a team take a chances on you, unless you're willing to see the end of the long run. And I was willing to put the work. I knew I was better than that. So I went to work every day trying to compete with the best and trying to be the best. And that was my mindset every day. And I went to work every day competing to be the best. And when Coach White came, I felt like that's when, I could step up. I can play in the NFL. I can be a great football player. And like I said, with the birth of my son, he's the reason why I go to work every day. So being a two-star keeps a chip on my shoulder. I still have a lot of chips that I'm going to play with this year for the rest of my career. And hopefully, like I said, I'm glad they took a chance on me, and I'm ready to get to work.
I prefer the term educated decision instead of chance.
Educated decision. I love that one.
Work on that. Josh, Cole Pepper from Channel 4. I just want to know how much you know about the city of Jacksonville and what your expectations are in terms of coming in here and becoming not only a part of the team but a part of the city.
I mean, the last time I played here, we kind of lost, which kind of sucks. But we try and do a lot of winning now. So I don't know a lot, but I know enough to know that it's gonna be my home for the next couple of years and for the rest of hopefully the rest of my career. Okay. That explains your answer, right?
Josh, Gene Fournette from the Florida Times Union. Could you just take us through the process of how you got to Alabama, then went back to New Jersey? What went behind all the moving around?
Moving to Alabama was more of a, from my educational and being a person standpoint instead of like football. And then once I was there, I felt like I was. Why you always talking when I talk? That's messed up. You know, yeah. Like I said, so I feel like when I moved to Alabama, it was more for like educational purposes for me to challenge myself in the classroom. And then when I moved back to Jersey, it was more about graduating from my high school, playing for my playing for my high school team, and graduating from my high.
So how long were you in Alabama for?
For 3 years, from freshman to my junior year. And then I moved back to New Jersey for my senior year.
Josh, this is John Reed from the Florida Times Union, and the question is for Josh. Can you just talk about what durability and availability means for you? I looked at you haven't missed a game in 4 seasons at Kentucky. Was that a motivation to just always be available, and how much emphasis you put in that to make yourself play every game?
You know, I was just trying to take care of my body every day. What? You gonna go to mommy? He's ready to go. But so I was just trying to take care of my body. After every game, after every practice, I went in the treatment room, got treatment, try to stretch as much as I can, try to stay as flexible as I can. And I feel like over the years it paid off, and I like what I did, so I'm gonna keep doing that.
Josh Mark Long with AP. Where did you and your wife meet, and why is she now your wife? Like, why the timing of that?
Yeah.
Like the week before the draft with so much on your plate, why would you get married at that point?
I met her my freshman year. I met her when I was just trying to figure out who I was as a person. So I really wasn't, you know, I wasn't the person who I am today. You know, she met me when I was trying to find out who I was, and she helped me find my way. And she's been in my, you know, at my hip ever since. And, you know, so I decided to marry her because I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her and be committed to something more than football. So she knows what I'm trying to do with my life, and I want to, you know, I wouldn't want to be with nobody else.
Why last week? You could have waited.
I mean, it was perfect timing. I wanted to go in there with my mind full. I don't want to think about nothing else. Now she knows it's all football. So you know, last week was, you know, us, but she knows now. So you know, it was all about her, all about us, and now, you know, it's time to go to work.
For Dave and Doug, the mocks that we're able to see, Josh wasn't supposed to be there at number 7. So when did you think that you would have an opportunity to get him? And, you know, we've seen him play all over, linebacker and on both ends. Where do you envision him to be, a one-position guy, or can he play multiple positions?
Sure. Well, the first part of that, and then I can hand it off to Doug. But about a week ago, just, you know, doing our back channeling stuff, we felt like if 2 quarterbacks went in those first 6 picks that we'd be staring at possibly him, and sure enough it was. So we prepared ourselves with Coach Coughlin, our scouting staff, and our coaching staff that said that this was, you know, the one guy that if he fell to us that it was kind of we're going to take it regardless of what else is around us or any other offers that we had. And fortunately for us, he fell to us, and so we're excited about it.
I think as far as, you know, position, you know, you see a lot of people are saying outside linebacker, and he put his hand in the ground in 3rd down when he rushed the quarterback. But, you know, for us, we'll get him on the field. We'll put him in the best positions to, give us the best opportunity to, stop the run and get after the quarterback.
Thanks. Hey, Josh. Dave Levin, Black and Teal. Take us through the process. You're sitting there and you're waiting and you're seeing other guys come off the board, and then you see your phone light up and it's, a 9:04. What is the first thing that goes through your mind?
About to be a Jacksonville Jaguar. I'm about to be a part of an organization that loves what I do. You know what I mean? I came in the airport, like I told y'all, it said Saxonville. I went in here and told them, if y'all call that, y'all need to get Sax. And I feel like I'm the best I did it this year, and I'm willing to get better each year. And plus the defense here is crazy. You know what I mean? They have swag, they have veterans, they have young talent, and I'm willing to be a part of that and make my peers better.
Hi, Josh. My name is Scott Morganroth, and I know that Kentucky's known for being a basketball school, not a football school. So how important is it for you, knowing that you're an elite draft choice and the top 10, that you were able to more or less help bolster Kentucky's credibility as now a place where they can produce football players outside of basketball?
I did everything I could to change the program. I just did my part, and this just came with the success. So, Kentucky, we were on the right track. We won 10 games. Hopefully, we'll win the same or more. I wish them nothing but the best. But I left my footprint. I left my footprint in the team, in my teammates before. So hopefully they understood what I did, what I sacrificed, and hopefully they can do the same thing and become a great team.
Josh, question, how annoyed, if at all, was your mom over the Jets and the Giants bypassing you, and is there any chance that she will continue to work in the capacity in those games at all?
Oh, no, she's not going. She doesn't work there anymore at MetLife, but she's just happy. She's probably more happy that I'm living in Florida than anything. So she's probably more happy now than if I would have went to the Jets or the Giants, but she's happy with, decisions that I made in my life, and she's been there every step of the way, and I'm glad she's here, and we're going to celebrate together.
As a follow-up, could you give us your son's middle name?
Devon.
Huh?
Devon.
Devon, okay. Can you spell that, please?
Capital D, lowercase e, capital V-O-N. Devon, not Devin.
Okay, Devon.
Devon. That's why I did the capital V.
Lastly, where did you and Caitlin get married?
The castle in Versailles, Kentucky. It's a castle. We know people that know people. That got us in there. So, they said we can do it there, and what a better place to do it than the castle.
Daniel Popper with The Athletic. This is for Josh. The sack numbers in college obviously show your ability as a pass rusher, but how comfortable are you dropping into coverage, and what do you feel like you bring to the table in terms of your versatility in that sense?
First of all, I just want to say I also can stop the run, I believe. I think, that comes with the job. I got to do that, the pass rush, but I feel like I can do that. But dropping into coverage, man, I dropped half the season as well. And I made, I had a lot of productive plays in space. So I'm comfortable doing it. I can read defense. I can read offenses. I know coverages. I know what's behind me. I know what's in front of me. I know my zones. I know how to play a man if he's leaning. So I know enough to stop a lot of people. And hopefully, if they want me to use, they want me to drop a lot in this scheme, I'll do whatever it takes. And then, sacks. I'm trying to be great. So I got a lot of great players with me. So that's going to open a lot of doors for me to do what I do. And that's going to, for when I do what I do, that can open a lot of doors for Yannick to do what he do, and Calais and Marcel Darius. So, we're going to have a fun group, and hopefully bring Saxonville 2.0 here.
Josh, you get lauded for your maturity, your leadership ability, and your work ethic. Where does that come from? I mean, Dave mentioned last night you're a little bit self-made. Who do you credit for where you've come this far?
So many people. I have to say, when I lived in Alabama, my uncle that I was living at the time, he helped me become a man, helped me become mature in a way to whereas I wasn't committed. Every time I said I was gonna do something, I never win it. I never did everything I was supposed to do. And then when I got with him, he like forced me, but he did it in a way that I understood, what it is, how to be a black man in Alabama, living in that society, and not just because I'm coming from Jersey where it's mixed races. So then when you move to a little town in Alabama, you don't see, all that stuff. So, he kind of molded me. I gave up on sports at the time, and he forced me back in there. He was there every step of the way. I love him to this day. In college, it has to be Coach White. It has to be all my position coaches. They helped me become a better man, helped me become a better father, helped me become a better football player. And now I have to say, my wife, like I said, she was there every step of the way since my freshman year. I love her to death. That's why I put a ring on it. And I don't want her to go nowhere.
Hi, Josh. Mike Duraco with ESPN. Was there anything that anyone said or you saw this morning in your time here in the building that particularly stuck with you? Anything, maybe a new teammate you met or anything, Calais or something like that? What kind of stood out or stuck with you so far today?
I mean, I met with Calais earlier, but I talked to Calais a couple times before this process. But just talking to her, everybody was just shocked. You know what I mean? So when I did come here, everybody was just so shocked and cheering, and and I felt like I was wanted here. So I feel really appreciated here. And now that they were excited to see me, I'm excited to be here. Now I want to do my best to keep them excited for me. So I'm gonna do my part, fit inside the scheme as they want me to do, and become the player that they think I can be.
Did you think you would go to a place where you wouldn't feel wanted, though?
I think about it as I'd rather go to a team that needs me than the teams that just think I'm the best player. You know what I mean? I feel like I can fit in this scheme. I feel like I can contribute a lot with my talents. I feel like they can use my talents, and they listen to they know what I do best, and they want to utilize that. And a lot of teams want me as a one-trick pony, and I feel like I would still strive to be, for greatness, but it would be hard because it's not what I do, in a way. I feel like here in Jacksonville, they let me do what I want to do, and they want to utilize my talents.
Thank you for coming, guys. We appreciate it. Thanks, Jeff.